Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Pony 411. This is number 308 for May 11th, 2021. I am Nemesis and I am joined by Alca7raz.
Hello.
Yeah, so again, we're back on the bi-weekly schedule for a bit. I don't think it's actually going to last that long looking at how Pony Life is playing out.
Yeah.
Looks like we're actually going to pretty much be done with this pretty quick.
Like possibly next week.
Time, yeah.
Not next episode, yeah.
Womp womp.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's still a thing, unfortunately.
That's still a thing. What else has happened? Well, the day after this episode will air, I'm supposed to get my second shot.
Yep. You'll finally
That'll be fun.
You finally be joining the rest of us in the cloud. The COVID cloud.
No, the vaccine cloud, at least.
The anti-COVID cloud.
Anti-COVID. My ascension to immortality.
Exactly. Yep. Here we go. All you had to do is give Bill Gates your soul.
I am already running Windows on my computer as its permanent OS. That happened a while ago.
You gave in. You just gave in.
Gotta have my games.
Yep, gotta have your games. That's the thing. Soon we can record in person again.
Yay.
It'll be nice. Don't have to schedule around your parents.
Oh, God. And whatever else happens to be, yeah.
Or whatever nonsense. So, yeah. We do have a bit of news in this week. We got some comics. We got some new episodes of Pony Life. And, yeah, that's pretty much it for this episode. So, we'll see how this plays out. We're going to go ahead and start with that aforementioned news. If you want to follow along, go to pony411.libsyn.com/show notes. It's spelled LEBSYN, and you can click the episode link there, and then, all the links for all the stuff we're going to talk about in the news will be there. Surprise, right?
Surprise. Same thing we do every time.
Yep, so we're going to go again and start with some fandom stuff. The next Ponies at Dawn album, Ocean Song, is releasing on the 16th of this month, and with the release party on PVFM like usual.
Yep.
In merchandise news, Loungefly has teased new G1 merch, including a backpack. Hooray.
Yeah.
Because, G1 merch is still a thing.
Old school.
Yep.
So, yes, those people who say that G4 is going to die with G5, G1 didn't die. Why should G4?
Yeah, who knows? Toy World magazine has pictures of some upcoming G5 toys and whatnot, which... thinking about it, it must be a lot easier for them to design the toys considering all the characters are in 3D now, rather than trying to translate a 2D model and it not totally working.
Yep. If you already have a 3D model, you can import it and adjust as you need.
Put in the CAD.
Yep. You have a base to work with.
Yep. So we're gonna see some stuff like let's see some posable Pip with some very feathery wings. Let's see, I'm trying to see the key mark. It's like a musical note, and then Sun, what's their name again? Something? Sunshine, wasn't it? I don't remember. I won't remember. I'm bad with names.
I'm really
Sunny.
bad with names too, but it's like Sunny Flare or something like that.
Yeah, hers looks like a shooting star.
Yes.
Yeah. The new toys are coming and whatnot on that front. Let's see. And the finished version of the Kotobukiya Princess Celestia figure has been posted, and it's now also up for pre-order at your, usual place.
Yep.
Ara.
You weeb.
That's the kind of vibe they're going for with her.
Yeah.
And again, looks like separate stands for the Celestia pony, just like Luna. Because reasons. So now you can put them separately if you want. So you can be really weird and just, buy the figure and then toss the human part.
Why would you do that? I know there are some that would, but it's just like...
Because no hooves.
Why?
There's no hooves. It's trash.
No hooves.
Yeah, they also have a big old group shot of all the Kotobukiya figures so far. Anyway, comic news. Apple Books has released a 3-page preview of Friendship is Magic number 98. That is coming out. Which one just came out? 96, was it? Or was it 97? It was 96. Okay, this will be a bit, I believe.
I checked my TFOP pre-orders, but apparently those can't be trusted.
Yeah. Although they're claiming this is supposed to come out on the 12th, which is like, where's 97 then?
Yeah.
I need to check that right now, because I am confused. Because I don't remember release date for 97. 19th.
Yeah, at least that's what Tifa says. That's what my pre-order is.
I think Seth just probably goofed again because he's notorious for this.
Yep.
Just making some really, really bad mistakes. Some of them may be intentional. Anyway. Yeah, so that's comic stuff. And G5 news, a somewhat outdated schedule for the G5 marketing's out there. We might have a trailer pretty soon, as in like by the end of June soon.
That would be nice.
Yeah, because like we still only have a handful of like little promo things on like from like Instagram and some stills, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Give us more.
Give us a trailer. We want to hear the voices. We want to see them in motion.
We have like a couple small clips, but that's not enough. We need more.
Still don't even have voices. Atomic Cartoons is hiring CG artists for the Netflix G5 series.
Yeah.
They're based in Vancouver, by the way. British Columbia.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's not too far away.
Not from us, but yeah. Start date is ASAP.
Yeah.
So there's that. I guess they need to have some help designing more background characters and whatnot, probably.
Yep.
And areas, because, you can't just have them saying avoid.
Actually, you probably could for at least a little bit. That could be a plot point. That could be a plot point, accidentally entering the void. Some magical mishap.
Oh, no.
The fall between the space between dimensions.
And this is where we clip to speedrun the series.
My Little Pony any percent.
Speedrun strats.
Oh, I wonder what the task for that would be.
Oh boy. Yeah, if we just let Hitch die here, we could actually save about 20 minutes.
It skips it. Letting him die.
His introduction scene.
Yeah, and all the dialogue.
Anyway, final bit of news. Rebecca Dart is once again working on MLP, apparently, if her tweet is being interpreted correctly.
Yes.
Because she is an art director at Atomic Cartoons.
That would be cool, because Rebecca Dart made some very cool character designs.
Like the Kieran.
Yes.
Didn't she also... I'm trying to remember,
did she do Chrysalis?
Yeah, I want to say she was
I want to see she did Chrysalis.
Anyway, yeah, she's made up some really good designs that people like, so we'll see how that works out for G5. And that's the news. So yeah, we'll go ahead and move on to our discussion stuff, starting with comics. We're going to go ahead and start with the annual, the 2021 annual, which basically, if you remember, these are more or less larger issues that come out annually, hence annual. Anyway, this one is also just part of season 10, which is odd to think about. This is just straight up part of it. So yeah, don't miss this if you're going in the season 10 thing. It's not one to skip on that front. Yeah, anyway, written by Jeremy Whitley with art by Brianna Garcia and colors by Heather Breckel. And this one is about, Rarity, Big Mac, and Mage Meadowbrook. And they're out to go to, the dogs.
The dogs.
Yeah, the dogs. I don't even... Let's see. Oh, yeah, and Maud's there, too.
And Maud, how to say.
She wasn't there initially, but then she was. Hi!
She was.
It's hard. Superhero landing.
Yep.
It's hard on the knees.
Yep. Yeah, Maud didn't actually land on her knees. She wasn't a full superhero. Of course, they're quadrupeds, so that's a little different.
Yep. Yeah, anyway, they're going to be emissaries to the dogs. The diamond dogs, I guess. I'm trying to even find... I don't even think they mentioned the name of the country. If they did, it was really late.
Yeah.
Caninia.
What? Caninia.
Canania?
Something like that. It's canine.
Bark.
Yeah.
It's a mouthful.
Yeah.
But anyway, they go to this new kingdom, and they're going to try to make friends with the dog people, the diamond dogs, who seem to be divided. And it turns out they are divided because, they got two different invitations, and there's a bit of a family squabble, shall we say.
Yes.
And they kind of basically disagree about how to run the country and whatnot, and it's divided them, and one of the queens is sick, the other one's, stuck in the Dark Ages, and they have to, so they decide to, let's solve this familial friendship problem thing.
Yep.
Because we're good at that.
Yep, that's what they do.
And usually they find out what the problem is. They decide to go help the sick queen, because, they have Mage Meadowbrook with them, so Makes sense.
Yep, that's what she
They
does.
find out it's basically lead poisoning because of these little turtle-like rock creatures are kicking up lead, essentially.
Lead dust, basically,
yeah. And it's also destroying the foundation of one of the castles, and they more or less have to unite to save the day, and everyone does. And it turns out there's a little crystal tree down there, and they all the six dog sisters represent the elements, and we do that again.
We're doing this again.
And yeah, that's that. And then of course reunite the kingdom, blah blah blah, etc. Done.
Yep.
Yep, I am not really on board with this whole crystal tree copy thing.
Same basic story. We're gonna do it 5 times with same basic story with some slight variations between them for the different sets of characters.
6 sisters. Of course, there's 6 dog sisters.
Of course.
And each of them represent each element, because of course they do. And I'm not a fan of this. This decision. It made it clear. There's a lot of good bits in here.
Yeah, it's not like it's bad, but it's like it's this you're doing the same story over and over again.
It's just there's a lot of good bits. The problem is just once you get to the bit, oh look, there's the crystal tree. It's just we're doing this again.
Yep.
And again and again and again. Maud has some good bits, of course, because she's Maud. Yeah, let's see the dog name. Let's see, Princess Moonbeam Twinkletail. Ambrosia Muffin Buns. It's the Queen Janino Lantern Light. Yeah. And see, those are the one side. They're the ones, that's the sick queen, by the way, because it turns out the lead dust, because they went down there and used the gems to make things better, versus the other queen who's like, we're going to all do it the traditional way.
Yep.
So you got Fiona Floppy Ears and Indiana Ember Eyes. And then finally the queen over there, which is Katharina Proud Paws. Fiona and Ambrosia are, twins.
Yep.
And they're very similar.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's the whole thing. Is just, there's a divide in how to, I guess, run the country.
One wants to embrace new things and kind of
play things kind
of loose. The other one is like, no, we always have to do things exactly the same way all the time.
Yeah, it refuses any sort of progress, even if it's positive.
Yep.
So yeah, both of them have their own issues, but different kinds of issues, and they have to, of course, work together so they can actually help each other out and do it all right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Disappointing, I think.
Yeah, it's just disappointing because you got all this pretty good story, and then it's like, I just completely forgot about the whole tree thing for a bit, and then the tree's there. It's like, oh, crap, this again.
Yep.
I just don't like it. I don't think it's a good idea.
I don't know what they're going to do once they're all
done.
Yeah, because I mean, it's leading up to something else with the whole Knights of Harmony, I think is what it was.
Yeah, that's the lead up.
Yeah, the Knights of Harmony. So there's some other group watching what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, maybe that might be interesting, but
yeah,
I don't know.
They kind of weirdly, they also gloss over the Diamond Dogs as they appeared in the show. They're cousins, don't worry about it.
They're distant cousins.
I guess they didn't want to do the whole kind of broken talking thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, they kind of referenced it a little bit in the beginning with the look like
go car go.
See spot, run spot, run.
Exactly. Also, we're already making a faux pas by trying to refer to one of the queens as Cat. Katharina.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, call her Cat. No, do not. It's like a double faux pas because one, you called her Cat, and two, that's disrespectful because she's queen.
Yep.
So you need to refer to her as your highness or your majesty or whatever. Also, the bit they're all masked up. It's like,
Yep. They're all masked up. Almost didn't even notice. Just used to that.
Yep. They just put their masks on when they're in there because who knows, they don't want to breathe in the poison. And then that's the funny thing is like they're down. Then the dogs come down there and it's not a big deal. All of a sudden, suddenly everyone's masks are off. It's like, oh, okay.
Yep. It's just kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's just little pictures on the ground around the tree. It was like, oh look, this dog looks like me, etc., etc. Yeah, so basically kind of interesting, but then just let down by just.
Yep.
Yeah.
By the end, this again.
Also powers.
Yeah.
Suddenly powers. Okay,
Suddenly powers. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just disappointing that this is the way direction season 10 is going, and apparently a good chunk of the fan base ain't really happy with it either. It's just repetitive. That's my big issue. It is. Narratively, it just doesn't feel very... I'm trying to think of the word.
Original?
Yeah, original, but it just didn't... It just feels like, let's just take what worked in the show and do it again and again and again.
Yep. Which, unfortunately... is not uncommon.
Yeah. Boy, I'm hoping that G5 just isn't just trying to rehash G4.
Yeah. I mean, well, already we have only 5 main characters. One of them's a guy.
Yeah. And also different setting and stuff, so there's that a little bit. Because they have phones. Yep.
They have phones. God, people were so upset about that.
Yeah, it's the dumbest thing.
It's just
not worth getting upset over.
Why?
Because I don't know. But anyway, that's that comic.
God, it's like the people were so upset about the first picture of Sunny and there was an alarm clock in the picture.
Yep, how dare they? How dare they? I want my pseudo-medieval fantasy.
We'll just completely ignore the existence of Manhattan and, all of that.
Anyway, the other comic is, The Magic of Cybertron #1, the sequel series to the first crossover. And this one is written by, there's 2 stories. The Magic of Cybertron, written by James Asmus and artist Jack Lawrence, with colors by Luis Antonio Delgado. And the second story, A Real Mother, by Sam Maggs and artist KCW Collar, and colors by Joanna Lafuente. Anyway, so 2 stories, just like usual with these things. And then, of course, a little bit of a, I guess, quote-unquote, roll call of who's who in the zoo. Anyway, it opens up in Cybertron, and the Decepticons are up to no good, like usual. They're going to build a old magic teleporty thing, and because Shockwave's like, we're going to use magic as a new power source. And there's, Decepticons already on Equestria, and they're finding sources of magic and stealing it. And of course, the main 6 see it, and we're going to stop them. And then the Wonderbolts stumble in, whoopsie doodles, gets captured. And then because Twilight's trying to do attack, and whoops, Starscream dodges, and she hits a crystal they grabbed from Equestria, and oh no, it turns out Sombra. And now he's taken over with his mind control, including the Transformers and a good chunk of the main 6. Yep. They're kind of in trouble because Sombra's taken over Cybertron.
Yep.
And now the Autobots and Decepticons who are not mind controlled are going to force the team up and whatnot. And, yep. That seems to be the introduction of the main story, I guess.
Yep.
And then there's a second story where it's Scootaloo's aunts. Hey. Yeah, those 2, Lofty and Holiday.
Yep.
Yeah, the 2 of them are in Cybertron because, Scootaloo got kind of wound up here by accident, so they're going to try to find her. So they run into RC and Greenlight. And apparently they have a bit of a similarity here. Anyway, they wind up running into Killmaster, who's going to, tear them apart because he's Killmaster. It's in the name.
His real name is Murder King.
Yeah. Anyway, so they kind of fight him a bit and make him go, kind of launch him off, away from them. And it turns out the Scootaloo's just been hanging out with Hot Rod and whatnot.
It's just the best.
Yeah. Yep. So Scootaloo's been hanging out with Hot Rod and Gage and a couple other Transformers, and she's been fine. So and then they just wind up having a picnic. Yeah, it's again, it kind of embraces again the kind of inherent silliness. Although I'm a little worried because it feels like they're also trying to be a little more serious. I'm a little worried about that. I don't want them to take it too seriously because that might just kind of ruin the kind of inherent fun of it.
Yeah, to a point. Like if they can keep a good balance, I'd like that because I do like serious stories. But
this is one of those I don't think you can totally do seriously just because the inherent nature of it.
Yes. Yeah. But I mean, just as long as it's like what you said, as long as it's not too serious, but a little bit. What's here isn't bad, so if they keep it that much, it's fine.
Yeah. It you get some little funny bits there a lot throughout, little snappy bits of dialogue. I think the first story I like the first story a bit better, so a little bit, I don't know. The second
think
one, there's a
story-wise,
lot, like,
probably.
it takes a while for anything to happen. Even that, what does happen, there isn't a whole lot.
Yeah.
But, it's still nice, you're acknowledging, Lofty and Holiday and their relationship, and also Greenlight and RC, because I did read the new continuity that they just started. RC and Greenlight are a thing, kind of raising Gage there, who appeared in the last comic. I still haven't caught up on the new continuity at all, because I still haven't finished the old continuity.
Wow, shame on you.
Oh, yeah,
Thought you were supposed to be a Transformers fan.
Exactly. Transformers fans avoid the fiction because they know it's all crap.
If it's not G1, then it's crap.
No, G1 is still crap. Sorry, not sorry. What's weird here is actually what's interesting. Most of the designs are very G1 or IDW comic-esque, which a lot of the IDW comic stuff also is very G1. Except you got a random Transformers Prime breakdown. It's odd. It's like they said, okay, we want breakdown. Okay, let's do the Transformers Prime version for some reason or another. Okay. So his design kind of stands out because it's not G1. And everyone else is G1. So it's odd. And then, of course, you got weird Cyberverse and designs and whatnot, too, kind of standing out. Also, Arachnid. Oh, that's Arachnid. Why is she here? She's also Transformers Prime. Yeah, so there's that. So it's kind of a weird, so this weird just kind of mix of art styles on the Transformers side kind of is weird sometimes for me. Because I'm like, those don't belong together.
Right. And for those like me who don't know Transformers as well, we don't even notice.
Yeah. And I'm just like, oh, that's a Siege design. Oh, my, they even drew him with that peg on his chest. So that, because he's a target master and he transforms to a gun for another robot to home, and they drew him with a peg on his chest.
Oh.
Because of course it did. Oh, but yeah, it was kind of funny where the ponies are shoving Shockwave and Optimus. We got to be
now
friends.
Kiss.
They're like, and Starscream just, that's face palming because we're doomed.
Yep.
I'm not really a fan of the fact that they knocked Twilight out of the story real quick. Personally.
Of course you're not. It's Twilight, and it's your favorite.
I know, it's just kind of annoying that it's just because she's
the most powerful, and yeah,
she'd be the one who actually could stop Sombra, probably, at least by just sheer magic power. I don't know. Maybe
they wanted to remove that playing piece from the board because it's too powerful.
Yeah, I guess. But yeah, it's just like, no.
And now they can effectively nerf her power because she's not in full control. As a villain.
As a villain. Well, that's not necessarily nerf her to actually make her a genuine threat.
Well, you can, but now that she's mind controlled, you can also make the argument that it's not.
I don't know. Any which way, she's a threat instead of an ally.
Yes.
I'd also like that they had to open up with which one did they call him? Because he could be two different names depending on who's writing it. Frenzy. They had to open up with Frenzy reading some books from Equestria.
Oh.
Yeah, he's just reading that, and at first breakdown's like, what the heck's wrong with you? And then it's like, huh? You don't like, what's wrong, huh? You don't like happiness? You don't like magic and fun? Can I borrow it?
Yep. Yeah. I do have some nitpicks, though.
Uh-huh.
The art in the first one, the colors in the first one.
Yes.
They screwed up Dash's colors.
Oh,
the
no.
main is wrong.
Of course you know.
The main colors are just completely wrong.
Yeah.
Like, you look at those.
Yeah.
The order of colors on the top of the main is wrong, and then the copy to the back of the main, it's like, those are just entirely wrong. It looks like it was just, they ran with a very limited palette, because the frames before that, some of the background characters are just literally the same colors copied over.
What are you, some sort of brony?
But it's just, I don't know, it just looks like someone was not paying attention. Like, it's just straight up wrong. Every single time she shows up on this whole set, her main colors are just completely wrong. And then, there was also an interesting one when the Wonderbolts get captured.
Yes.
And they're in the cage.
Yes.
Spitfire is literally out of the cage.
No, shut up. Yeah.
over half of her body is sitting outside of the cage already. Like, there's always a joke of, put them in a cage, and it's obvious they could fit through the bars. She is already through them.
Yeah, well.
Like, someone messed up the perspective.
Spitfire is not a very clever pony.
Apparently not. But yeah,
like that bit in Roger Rabbit, he just, slips out of the handcuffs. You could just slip out of that any time? No, only when it's funny.
Yes. But yeah, it's just Dash's main, just,
So
come on.
About this.
Like, that's a pretty big failure there. Yeah, like, yeah.
Yeah, I remember the first crossover I was complaining that, like, Tony Fleece could not draw Transformers worth crap.
Yeah. But this one isn't even, like, the lines are already done for you. You just had to put the right colors in, and
the colors
you
messed
have
up.
References, and just apparently was not checking references very well.
That's Luis Antonio Delgado messed up then, I guess.
Yes.
Also, they did actually get Thundercracker's colors wrong. On one panel, that's the wrong shade of blue. That's a very greenish blue. Should be much more of a sky blue. But yeah, I'm noticing Thundercracker's blue seems to match his Slipstream's blue. Slipstream's blue is much more of an aqua.
Yeah, it's like they just grabbed a quick palette and didn't switch out of the palette. Like, the background ponies all use the same colors as, like, the main six or other major characters, and just
it's a minor flaw. It's a minor flaw. Except it's a minor flaw. But anyway, beyond that, I generally still am liking it, but yeah, there's a couple weird little decisions here and there.
Yeah,
but I still like it, and I'm still looking forward to the rest of it. It's still overall in the spirit, which is just a goofy crossover.
It is. It's still fun, and the second story, scoots on the bike with the gear that's just great.
Yeah, also that was funny because it's that Cybertron Hot Shot and Hot Rod and
yeah,
the scooter she's on, that's from Armada. That's which one is that? I think that's Sure Shock from Armada.
I have no idea.
Yeah, that scooter design is definitely Grind Rod from Armada. Yeah, the Cybertron Hot Shot, I think that's in it. Yeah, but it's pretty neat.
Yep.
Those are the comics. Went on about that one for a while.
Yep.
Which is good because Pony Life probably won't take up that much time.
Probably won't take very much time.
Yeah, because we're talking about the next 4 episodes of Pony Life, episodes 7 through 10, because that's just how it works out for the U.S. airing. I hope so anyway. We might be slightly off, but
yeah.
Oh well. At this point, I'm not really caring that much.
Yep.
But anyway, the first one is episode 7 is Magical Mare-Story Tour in Life of Pi, and then episode 8 is The Rarest of Occasions in Portal Combat. 9 is What Goes Up Do and Communication Breakdown, and 10 is what?
Shakedown, I think.
Shakedown.
Unless someone got a typo somewhere.
Yeah. And the 10th one is Lollipop and Little Misfortune. Yeah, it's Shakedown. All right, that's an odd thing to do. Sure.
Yeah.
It's like Wonder World.
You want Balin Wonderland?
No, it's Wonder World.
No, I'm pretty sure it's Wonderland, and everyone screws it up as World.
No, you're getting it backwards.
Or am I getting it? Which is the problem to begin with?
Because everyone thinks Alice in Wonderland, but it's Wonder World.
Yeah.
So you see, you.
See, I did it. I did the problem that everyone else does. Yep.
But anyway, these 4 episodes, the first few deal with more or less the Wildsiders and their presence in Equestria and whatnot. It's because the first one, Magical Mare-Story Tour, is them the main 6 trying to take them around to Ponyville and give them a tour and just kind of exhausting them because they just want to get to know the main 6 and their daily life.
Yep.
Then you got Life of Pi, which is the one where it's Pinky and the tiger one. I don't remember her name now. I didn't bother to learn it. I didn't care enough. Yep. They try to bake together, and Pinky just kind of takes over and won't let her do anything because she's got a system.
Lightning Chill.
Yeah, Lightning Chill. There we go.
Yep.
The rarest of occasion is Rarity and the Bat one. The Bat one, which I, again, do not remember any of their names because I don't care enough.
Sugar Snap.
Yeah, it kind of, Rarity can them they're hanging out together, and there's a whole acting thing, and Rarity at first is kind of, again, doing her own thing and doesn't want Sugar Snap messing it up for her.
And it's not the Bat.
It's not the Bat? Oh, it's the other one. That's right.
It's the peacock.
The peacock. That's right. Wow. See, this is how much you can kind of already see where this is going, I think. Portal Combat has the Bat one and all the rest, and Dashin gets sucked into a portal almost, and it's doing weird stuff, and yeah, and then Twilight has to fix it, essentially.
Yep.
And they also were worried about, oh no, we're going to close the portal for the Wildsiders, and they found a way to open a new one.
Keep
Or
it
something.
open and turn it.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Sure.
Put it in the door.
Whatever.
Doorway.
New one as far as I'm concerned. What goes up, dudes? Okay, now we're moving on to the Crystal Carnival thing or whatever it's called, and yeah, the main six are meeting up there, except Rarity's late, and they all get these really fancy new hairdos with crystals and everything in them, and Cadence is there, and then Rarity shows up, and she's just kind of upset because she missed it, and they try to help her, and it doesn't work, and then they didn't mess up their mains to match hers, and then Cadence shows up again, and yeah. Then the communication shakedown, they all want to do different things, so they split up, and then Pinky sends a text, and most of them misinterpret it, and then it's a massive mess up from there, because everyone keeps misinterpreting everyone's texts, and yeah, and then they're kind of miffed at each other, and then everything's fine when they talk to each other in person.
Yep.
And Lollipop, Fluttershy gets to be a clown, because Flim and Flam are selling clown kits, and she gets to be a clown, but Applejack's scared, and, well, yeah, Applejack just kind of doesn't want to say anything first, and then she does, and Fluttershy winds up giving up her dream of being a clown because Applejack's uncomfortable, and then Applejack gives in and lets her be a clown anyway, and even helps her with her show.
Yep.
And Little Miss Fortune Dash gets a bad fortune, and she's freaked out about it, so she joins the circus because it tells her to keep moving, and the circus is run by Shining Armor. And she keeps messing up the acts, and then she quits because she realizes that she doesn't have to worry about that stuff, I guess.
Yep.
There you go.
There you go.
These are a bit weaker than those first 6 episodes overall.
Yeah.
And particularly those first 2. I just don't care about the Wildsiders, and this didn't change my mind at all.
Yeah. They
exist.
They exist.
But honestly, don't really benefit the show at all, in my real opinion.
There's a potential for them to come back and do more things, and I think there's a potential that they could.
But
I just haven't seen it yet.
Yeah. It's just, I don't care about them as characters. You got the laid-back one, the kind of smart one, and then you also got the, I guess, actress.
Yeah. I mean, there's potential for them. I think more so in the Peacock and the Bat.
Yeah.
So far.
I just don't care about the tiger.
Yeah.
She just bores me.
She's just chill. That's her entire personality is chill.
She's boring.
I think out of all of those, the most, I guess, interesting one was probably Portal Combat.
Yeah,
but
that's
even
because of the
it's
thing.
because there's, a thing happening.
Yeah, I think that one had some actually, some funnier scenes, and that the first 3 didn't really, of those 2 episodes, didn't really have that much, to make up for the kind of premises,
Yeah. Portal Combat had one interesting thing, so Dash is getting sucked into this portal.
Yes.
And they go off for, however long to try and fix it, while they just kind of leave those two struggling against the portal the whole time.
Yeah, pretty much.
We won't talk about how long they sit there, but it's just, it's funny as she's trying to fix that, and, Applejack and Pinky show up, just kind of all just, whatever.
Yep.
Relaxed, not stressed. And it's like, you do realize Dash is, still holding on for dear life.
Yeah, but
it's like,
got this.
But it's just like,
don't worry, Twilight
right.
has this. She's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
I think the second 2 episodes are a bit better.
It's amazing what happens when you get rid of the wild side.
Yeah, they're a bit better, including just generally actually having some actual funny jokes and situations and whatnot, I think. So what's the price? The apple? Fair enough.
Yeah, that one was good.
Yeah, this is generally, I think those just generally work out better. I think the updo one is probably the weakest of those 4, I feel. The one with the hairstyles and stuff. I think that one.
Yeah.
I also really did feel like Britt McKillop was kind of phoning it in. I didn't even think it was realized it was Britt McKillop initially. I thought it was a different voice actress.
Yeah.
And then the credits were like, check the voice credits, it's Britt McKillop.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, she just kind of did something weird, I guess.
For how many lines did she have to do?
A handful.
Yeah.
She was there at the
very
beginning
many.
of the episode and then the episode, and that was it.
Yep.
Communication Shakedown is actually, I think, kind of well done. Just, it's a good old, one misread text can mess up everything.
Yep. And that is a common problem with text-based media.
Yep.
Tone has a tendency to disappear, and things can get misinterpreted without that other aspect of communication.
What's wrong? Is Pinky all right? Are you okay? What? What?
Yep.
And then, it just ended up Dash, or what was the only one of them actually figured out, Dash was the only one who figured out what Pinky meant, and then things devolved from there somehow.
Yep. Dash figured it out, but everyone misinterpreted her reply to make it, and then everything got worse.
Yeah, and then they're all just sad and alone, and then they all accidentally get on this Ferris wheel at the same time, and then and then it was all one giant misunderstanding.
Yep.
Lollipop was interesting because the clown thing.
Just apparently Fluttershy's always wanted to be a clown.
Sure, okay, whatever, I guess.
All right. Where'd that come from? And for once, they weren't the antagonist.
Yeah, they
weren't doing anything wrong.
They just sold some clown makeup. Probably the only thing they did wrong was they probably sold an inflated price or something.
Probably. But I mean, it's a carnival. Everything's inflated price. Especially the balloons.
Yeah. Balloons, yeah. Yeah, that was weird because okay, Applejack's afraid of clowns, understandable.
Maybe that's what happened to her parents.
The clown ate them.
The clown ate them.
Yeah, and then her whole was she used to relieve stress, pull some weeds.
Just completely.
You missed one. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, and her just at first it's like, dress her up as a clown. That will work. Oh, I'm fine. And then she sees herself in the mirror. Oh no, I'm not fine. This is not okay.
This is not who I am.
Yeah, it's weird how Applejack in this is honestly in Pony Life is actually I think one of the better characters.
Yep.
Where it
sets the season 1.
Yeah.
Making Applejack the fourth wall breaker was an amazing back then, and then we continue to see she went from kind of the background character to one of the best.
Yeah. The misfortune is odd just because, okay, Shining Armor's running is the Ringmaster, which, okay.
All right. Well, I guess that explains why Cadence is there, too.
And all these things where Dash should be able to do just fine until, they're just going to throw this other thing in. You got to do math, too. Wait, what?
What?
You're going to do this. Oh, that's no problem. You got to do it without a motorcycle. What? And so, no, just be ferocious. Roar?
Roar?
Boo. Yeah, it's weird.
It's an odd one.
It's an odd one, but it's kind of funny, but also weird.
Yeah.
1 + 2, it's this complicated math problem. Twilight's like, you were almost right.
Almost right.
I don't know. Yeah, these definitely, I think the second 2 are better than the first 2, but overall this batch is definitely weaker than the first batch.
Yeah, I think, I don't know how much of it has to do with the lack of a connection to each other. Although the first 2 are somewhat connected to the last batch still.
Yeah. And the second 2 also have their own thing, but that's kind of over because they're in this last episode they're talking about is the final day of the carnival, so that's pretty much over.
Yeah, it's like we had one big the Comet arc, which directly tied into the Wildsiders, and then it looks like we just kind of tied off the Wildsiders, although we left the door open.
I'm looking at the names of the upcoming episodes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Wildsiders are going to be back at least for one more episode.
Right. I mean, Play Right or Wrong and the shows must go on probably ties into the rarest of occasions.
Yeah, and there's also
that's what I'm thinking.
The last episode, the 14th episode, you got Wild Heartbeats.
Wild Heartbeats, yeah.
That's a Wildsiders thing for sure.
So they'll come back, but it's
this is definitely weaker. And again, the second 2 episodes are strong, but the Wildsiders are just not very interesting characters, honestly.
Yeah.
They don't really add much of anything, and they really do feel like they're just forced in. They are literally, in this case, Poochies. They are Poochie type characters. They're just kind of forced in, and literally we're going to probably end with it. I have to go now. My planet needs me.
So watch the tiger do that. Or just all 3 of them, I guess, just all at once.
Yeah, they're not very well
Slide
written,
off
and
frame.
honestly, they just don't add anything of interest to the show. And it's as we see, we literally right over watching these 4 episodes, the show's better off without them.
Yeah.
So it kind of stinks.
It does. And like they could do something interesting.
Could, but they didn't.
They didn't.
And there's not much room left to do anything interesting.
Yep.
I suspect they're just not going to, other than bye now.
Bye. Yeah.
So I don't know. It's like, yeah, this is noticeably weaker. 9 and 10
Mixed
are
bag,
still
but
pretty fun.
Weaker.
Somewhat fun, but kind of weird at times. First 2 are just not very interesting overall. 6 and 7, not 6 and 7 and 8. So it's like mixed bag. Yeah, those hopes I had for season 2 are being dashed a bit. So hopefully, maybe the last 4 episodes will be better.
Maybe they'll do something interesting.
Maybe. I'm hoping. I know they did. There's at least 2 of them have Discord, so who knows?
Who knows? Yeah.
We'll see.
I know they're pushed like a Fluttershy Discord thing. I think heavier in this.
Oh no.
Series.
Q Rage.
Flutter. Well, they already did that in season 1. That, like Fluttershy already shows an interest in Discord from there.
Mm-hmm. But still, more rage because you got to be reminded of it. No, my wife.
I have nothing against it.
I don't care.
I don't care.
Yeah, that's Pony Life. It's kind of devolved back into our usual talk, which is it's not as good as it could be.
Not as good as it could be. Which is the worst.
Yeah. All right, so I guess move on. We don't have a lot left because music, you don't have anything.
Yeah,
Just
I
on
got
off a couple
nothing.
weeks, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like isn't music, but it's just nothing that has really
Grabbed you
me.
Grabbed you and shaking you over the head and made you.
Yeah, I don't know. It's also one of those with Ponies at Dawn coming out. It's like it feels like now
Everyone
we
stopped.
have these really. Well, it's not that they've stopped. It's all for the big compilation.
They all stopped
albums.
releasing stuff.
Yeah, it's all going to be on the compilation album that'll come out.
Okay, well, we'll see that. And I'd have nothing for fanfic because, just fanfic is I've just not been finding much of interest in anything I do find interesting has something about it. It's like, lots of typos, kind of too short, kind of too long. Or the fun one, which is always, it's like the 7th in a series of fics that are all like 200,000 words each and not doing that.
Aww.
Like, this looks cool. It's like the 7th. And then click back. Oh, why? It just keeps going. And every single one of these I'm not interested in because it's about other characters and I'm not really interested in that. But anyway, I do have an update. Clear Sky's got a new chapter called Repairs. And it's pretty much just more or less mostly a mix between Moondancer talking to the mechanic who's going to, fix the ship and kind of, I guess, self-reflecting, kind of thinking to herself and all that stuff about various things. Including just very much hammering home this idea that Moondancer here is still a little hung up on a certain pony who left her a while ago.
Yep.
Because there's a bit about her going back to her old hairstyle and stuff. So, yep. There you go. That's pretty much the most of it. The majority of it here is just Moondancer, thinking about stuff to her just by herself or talking to the repair pony who was, what's her name?
Torque Wrench,
that it is.
from Rainbow Road Trip.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right. So yeah, that's that chapter.
Yep. Still going, still good.
So that's this episode, I guess.
Yeah. It wasn't as short as I was expecting, but it wasn't like
we did go on a long time about the crossover comic.
We did.
I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you could check out other episodes. We are at pony401.libsyn.com. Again, it's spelled Libsyn. You can check out new episodes. They show up there. You can subscribe via the RSS feed. Or there's many buttons at the top, and many of those can take you to places where you can subscribe to other services if you prefer those. So we've got Deezer, we got Apple Podcasts, we got Stitcher, we got Google Podcasts, we got YouTube. Searching for Pony401 and subscribe on any of those if you want, or all of those if you want, I guess. That's a little overkill, but sure.
Do it, Philly.
Yeah, we are also on Ponyville Live for now, as long as that site continues to function. I say function with very, very loose terms of the word function. Still there, although it's, again, way out of date. I noticed that is a thing. Yeah, it's still really, really out of date in many ways. And yeah, actually, wow, I'm just actually looking. They're not even showing really podcasts anymore on there, it looks like. When they say on the front
that
page.
site is on life support.
Yeah, you have to go to the show directory specifically. And it still says that our last episode is episode 304. That's cool. That's cool. Cool.
Yeah. Might as well consider that one basically dead unless it sometime revives itself.
So that's that. And of course we're on Ponyville FM every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, and of course every other time of the week and whatnot. There's live DJs or just music in general, or release parties.
Yep.
So check that out. Usually it's a fun time.
It's a good place.
Yeah. You also contact us via email, pony411podcast@gmail.com. You have questions, comments, news bits, I guess, whatever. If you're doing some sort of pony-related project and you want to share it with the world, go contact us there. Or maybe we're wrong about Pony Life or the comics or something. I don't know. Or maybe we're right. Maybe, I don't know.
Tell us what you think.
Yeah, tell us what you think right there. You can also contact us on Facebook. You can do so. Facebook.com/pony411. Like us there. See new episodes that come out and all that stuff. And of course, there's Twitter. We're at Pony411. We'll tweet out new episodes they arrive, and we'll sometimes retweet our other podcasts as well and other things. There's also our personal Twitters. I'm at Nemesis Prime 1, and he's at Alca7raz with 7 instead of a T and an underscore at the end. And yep, still doing robots.
Robots.
Yep. And
I'm just retweeting things as I do.
Yep, that's pretty much it. Join us in a couple weeks. We'll be talking about, I guess, the last 4 episodes of season 2 of Pony Life. And at least it looks like the last 4. Unless there's surprise more during the summer or something. That seems to be it.
Yeah.
Because I haven't seen anything new coming from the UK or anything. They're the ones who are kind of going turbo on the release schedule. Speed running this release schedule.
Speedrun strats.
So that will be that, and then we'll figure out where to go from there.
Yep.
So until then, though, please pony responsibly. Goodbye.
Bye.